Steve, kick it off.
What's good, boys? We are
So,
currently
guys.
filming the mock draft 1-0. I don't know what else to say.
All right, yeah.
I have-
Okay, so we're gonna be reviewing our idea for who the top 10 picks are gonna be. Steven's gonna take number 1, number 4, number 7, number 10. I'm gonna take 2, 5, 6, and Adam's gonna take 3, 8, 9. So we'll just jump right into it. Steve, go for it.
All right, so we're doing what we think these guys are going to do, right? Not what we would do if we were them.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I know Malik Willis is going to go 1 to Nick D. Surefire, number 1 pick for Nick D. Great arm. I was watching his combine like yesterday, and he just really impressed me. He has a really good arm. He's probably hoping for like a Josh Allen type quarterback there, and he's hoping for the best. And the talent is definitely there, and the rushing. So it's definitely it's not a surefire pick, but the talent is definitely there, and the 101 makes sense to be.
Do you know how to
Willis.
add these? Like Newman did? Do you know how to do that or no?
Oh, you just press the plus, I think.
It does not do anything.
That's okay. Newman's a tryhard. We can just keep it in our mind. Malik Willis went 1.
So Malik Willis number 1. So I'm actually I don't know. With the number 2 pick, this is where it gets interesting because I was talking to Nick about this. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't think he's gonna take Burks. I honestly think he is going to take Garrett Wilson. That's what I think, at least. I don't know. With Nick D's timeline, I don't know. If Burks didn't have a crazy combine, he's always been viewed as like the top guy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do at your combine.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
I think Treylon Burks is too obvious. Like I think Nick loves to like surprise people, even if it doesn't make any sense.
I wouldn't even be surprised if you went Jameson Williams at the 2. Even though Williams
Nick nothing to lose. Nick's picking 1 and 2. No one's taking these picks away from him. So like why would he lie to us?
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel like just to create suspense, I do think Wills is the surefire number 1 pick, but I don't know what he's going to do with his second pick.
Yeah, but that's all that could also be debated because he was saying Pickett for the longest time.
I was going to say he could also take Wills and Pickett and just try to, I don't know.
Maybe
that wouldn't shock me either.
Because Nick already has a pretty good receiving core. I don't know. I personally, I don't know. I think Burks is really, really good. But out of the talent in the draft, I don't even think he's the best receiver. I think Jameson Williams is the best receiver. So I really wouldn't be surprised if he maybe even went with Jameson Williams in that spot or Wilson. I mean, the obvious pick probably is Burks, but with Nick D, I'm gonna put Garrett Wilson at number 2.
So you're saying Garrett Wilson? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take Wilson.
All right. I have Steve at 3. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I know he's a newly USC fan. But I don't know what the point of taking Drake London is when you have – I'll read it to you right now. When you have receivers like A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, Amari Cooper, Brandon Ayuk off the freaking bench, Jesus Christ, Kadarius Toney, Julio Jones, you don't need a wide receiver. Like there's just quite literally no point.
So who do you think I'm taking?
Just listen. And when your running backs are Raheem Mostert, who's going to be hurt by week 2.
Not my starting running back, Adam.
Jarek McKinnon, who's going to be – God knows.
You're reading my tax squad.
Shut up. Clyde, who's going to be dead by like week 2 again.
On my bench.
Who's unknown. I would go Breece Hall if I'm Steve because he's the best running back in the draft, and he is the best running back I've seen in a while come out of the draft. I think Steve has to go best running back available because he just does not need wide receivers, and he also.
Interesting. Do you think Breece Hall is going to make an immediate impact though?
I do. I think he's going to go to a good team. And he's gonna contribute right away. I do. I think
I'm thinking for Steve is I understand the receiving because he has a ton of receivers, but I don't know. When I look at his running backs, they're both super young, and we're not. I mean, it depends on the situation, obviously for Breece Hall, but we don't know exactly what he's gonna do in his first year if he's gonna contribute right away because a lot of running backs don't really start right off the bat. Obviously, Breece Hall is going to be a pretty high pick, but we don't even know if he's going to be the number. We don't know, like, in real life, he may not be the first running back drafted.
It doesn't matter. Javonte didn't start all year this year. I'm not saying Javonte is, like, the best, but, like, still, like, you could see. You could see, and, like, Steve, Breece is not even going to start for Steve because Steve's going to start Cam Akers and Elijah Mitchell. But the point is, is that if like let's say he goes to like I don't know if he goes to Buffalo for example, he's gonna start. Devin Singletary is quite literally not starting over Brees Hall. Like it's just not happening. He's not going to. Like he's just not gonna start over Devin Singletary.
I'm not saying I'm like the favorite to win, but like I feel like my team is like getting to a point where it's getting like to be like pretty good. Where this guy at 3 doesn't have to have like an immediate impact for me.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like
but I'm saying also receivers don't have immediate impact. Like we've just been blessed recently with the receivers, but like they don't normally come into the league and like AJ Brown, DK, Chase, and Jefferson are like
they were all good. Steven coming in, they're all good.
I think this
I'm
is
saying they were all good in their first year.
More of a spot where Steve would draft for talent more than need, in my opinion. I mean, that's what I would think.
I'm weighing all my options, but I'm interested in think what you guys like think. Adam thinks I'm going running back, and I think Josh thinks I'm going receiver, but I don't.
I don't know. If Burke slips, I think you have to go Burks. Even if Burke doesn't slip, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Brees Hall is a bad pick at all, but I mean, Wilson, London, and Jameson Williams are all going to be available at that spot. I don't know. It's a really hard spot because I think you are pretty set for this year for your roster. I don't think any of these guys will realistically start for you. I think it's just more of who you think is going to be the best in a few years to maybe start on your team then, or you could flip them. That's what I think. I don't think it's more of a necessity. Like, I don't think it's more of a need spot at this point. I think it's more of talent. And
I think with my trades in the offseason, it just became more of a luxury than like a must-start guy, which is good. All right. So you guys have me take. So Adam, you have me taking Brees Hall?
Yeah.
All right. So with the 4th pick, I'm just going to have Josh taking Kenneth Walker because I know he wants a running back. I think I hear this recent Pickett buzz from Josh, and I think I don't know. It's very interesting, but I think he wants Bryce or CJ next year. I think he's going to go Kenneth Walker. I think Kenneth Walker's been his guy for like a while, and if he falls to him at 4, I think he's going to take Walker. I think Kenneth Walker can be very good. Newman was saying he doesn't have the receiving profile, but like a bunch of guys don't have receiving profile going into the NFL because they just don't play on the best of offenses.
Jonathan Taylor, an example. He didn't have a receiving profile coming out. How did that turn out? So
who didn't?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's unfortunately like probably dead in 2 years, but
yeah, I know.
It's not the point of the conversation. Yeah, apparently Tyreek Hill's getting an extension soon, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Apparently you beat up your son, you get your contract extension.
Yeah, well, that means that Alvin Kamara is playing then if he gets a contract extension. Tyreek.
Oh my god.
So wait, how are we doing 5 and 6? Because I mean, 95% Burks is going to be gone. I have a slight feeling that he may not be picked, but realistically, Burks will probably be gone then. So I mean,
well, if Burks is there at 5, you can factor that in when you do Adam's selection.
I guess I just don't. I mean, okay. For now, we'll put Nick D taking Burks. I'm just saying, I really wouldn't be surprised if he ended up taking Wilson. But okay, we'll put Burks for now, and then Steve taking Hall. I'm taking Walker. I think at number 5, when Newman made this evaluation, it kind of did make a lot of sense with the Pickett thing for giving up Lamar and 2 firsts. I mean, giving up Lamar for like 2 or 3 firsts. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I think if Adam makes the right selection here, he could get into playoffs this year. And I'm just not even going to overthink it. I think Jameson Williams is the best pick here for him. That's what I think over Pickett. I'm not even going to like try to work my way around it. I think Williams probably is going to be the best receiver in this draft. People have been sleeping on him a lot just because of the injury and stuff.
Yeah, he's got great size. He's
an unbelievable talent.
I know
and I think with a guy like him at 5, and you need the wide receiver 3, I don't see how you pass up on him.
He's taller than Devontae and Jalen Waddle. He's the tallest Bama receiver prospect to come out, I think, since Julio or Amari Cooper. He's 6'2". He's got great height. And he's got great speed, and he's got
incredibly fast, incredibly good hands. Like, the guy's an absolute freak. And it's crazy that he's slipping this low, literally just because the injury, and obviously the injury concerns are there. I mean, you could literally get a bad injury to start a rookie season, you'd never be the same. But I don't know. When you have Lamar and Fields with the crazy rushing upside, I don't think it makes sense to really flip Lamar right now. I mean, obviously the injury, I think with the injury right now, you're probably going to sell him for lower than what he should be worth. I think it would make more sense to realistically even take London, or, I mean, if they're all going to be there, London, Wilson, or Jameson Williams, you have an immense amount of selection to, like, you have 3 of the top 5 receivers that you could just take to fill that hole and to fill that hole. instead of taking a gamble and taking Pickett and trying to flip Lamar for someone else. That's what I think. So I think I would probably go Jameson Williams out of those. That's what I would think.
Fair evaluation. Fair. I like it.
Who's 6?
And then we got Crook at 6. I mean, I also think I think he has to go Spiller here. I mean,
Wait, so you're saying if Garrett Wilson is there, he'll pass on him at 6?
I just when I look at Nick D's receiving core, I don't see a real reason for him to take Garrett Wilson. I don't know.
Here's my thing, Nick. The thing Nick has always said is he'll get the running backs later. So like I feel like no, like I don't think he's ready to like win the whole thing next year. So like I honestly don't think I think he's not going to. I think if Wilson's there at 6, he'll definitely take him.
All right, so I mean, I guess yeah, because Nick D is very weird. I mean, I just don't see the point of having Elijah Moore, Deebo Samuel, St. Brown, Burks, and Wilson. Obviously, I mean, Debo's getting a little not really older, but I mean, if he does want to build the future, then he could take Wilson realistically at 6.
Also, we don't really know like Moore and St. Brown we think can be good, but we don't really know it.
Yeah,
kind of like third.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, Wilson could be selected there. I just don't really know what Nick D's saying because he always says he can get running backs later. He has his most picks at this draft, and he's not picking up a running back. Then I'm not really sure.
I think he's personally gonna. I think he's gonna flip the 110 for a running back.
No,
that's what I think. I mean, that's what I think he's gonna do. But
who could you even flip the 110 for, realistically?
I think I was thinking about it. I think he's gonna flip the 110 to Adam for Montgomery. Just a hunch. I mean, I think that's the type of player Nick D should try to get.
I'm gonna shut down those rumors right now. I'm not
saying.
trading Montgomery for the 10.
I'm not saying off of any information. I just feel like a running back like Montgomery, or maybe even like.
Let's wait till next Tuesday to see how much trouble Kamara gets in.
That's fair.
Let's just wait till next Tuesday, and then we'll talk running backs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I'm just making stuff. I'm just speculating.
I am sure.
All right, so yeah, we can give Nick D Wilson at the 6.
And this is where it gets, or as Josh would say, freaky, because now he picks at 7, and he likes Spiller. I know he does, and he also probably doesn't think London will be at 7. So it's a tough pick, and I think he's going to go London. I understand Connor and Fournette are getting older, and everybody keeps saying that about his team, and like it's kind of boring to hear now. But like he's going to get Kenneth Walker. There's no reason to take 2 running backs. I think he's going to spread it out a little bit and try to get guys in the same timeline. I don't know, like Drake London, Judy, Waddle, Mooney. Like they're all younger, so like I think that would make sense. But I can also see him going Spiller. I think if this is how the board shakes up, it's 100% a coin flip. And Matt Corral maybe is like a dark horse. I don't know, but I probably would say that at the 107, if London's there, I don't think he'll pass on him. So that's what
Interesting.
Yeah, Mikey. Yeah, go ahead. What were we saying?
No, you go.
All right, Mikey's pick for me. If I was Mikey, I would consider, because I'm looking at his picks right now. He doesn't have bad picks, but I would still consider trading down because there's not like an elite prospect left on the board, in my opinion, that I see. But if he were to stay, I would take Isaiah Spiller didn't go yet, right?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Spiller makes sense. Spiller right now. I'll take Spiller right now only because I don't trust Zeke anymore, and I don't he doesn't have good enough backup running backs either. Except
that's the thing with Mikey's team. I don't even know if he's starting running backs.
Yeah, I don't exactly. I don't even know. Saquon's a question mark to me, and Zeke's just kind of dead. Zeke's it's just that simple. To me, Zeke's dead, and I just think that Mikey needs to either find a new running back in this draft or just trade down and get more picks. Because I honestly think Mikey's in the position to trade down. And I think someone would give up a lot to go get like a Chris Olave or like somebody like that because of that combine that he just had. But
oh shit, Olave, I forgot about him.
Yeah, Olave had a great combine. So and I think definitely a lot of people would give up for Isaiah Spiller too because he was the number 1 running back coming into the year. But I think that Mikey's best bet would be either trade down for more picks in 23 or take Isaiah Spiller here.
Interesting.
That's what I think. But yeah, Mikey's team, I'm looking at it, it's not bad. He's got a pretty, especially if Michael Thomas plays and he's back to his old self. I think Mikey's got a relatively good team, but I just think that it's just a no-brainer.
It's a very debatable statement, but
I mean, it's a bad team. I don't think his team's like garbage, but like,
I don't know. I don't know if his team is better than mine, but apparently,
I don't know, Adam. I have you making playoffs over him.
oh, I love that.
That's what I said in my
We'll see.
my
We'll see
analysis.
what
I think if you either take Pickett and flip Lamar for wide receiver 3, or if you take like a Wilson or a London or a Williams and they pan out, I think
or a
think
JMO at 5.
Yeah, or JMO, yeah.
All right, I'm picking for Nick V, right? Yeah. So I think Nick. I personally think Nick should no-brainer. This is an absolute no-brainer. I would go either Jahan Dotson or Chris Olave here for Nick. I think it's an absolutely no-brainer here. The only reason why, because I
never heard no-brainer next to Jahan Dotson.
Because because I'll tell you, I love Jahan Dotson. I'll tell you why. Like, because one, he ran a 4.4 yesterday, and this man did not drop a single pass, like, at all yesterday. I'm not saying Jahan. I said Chris Olave or Jahan Dotson, one of those two. But like, he has no.
What do you think about the possibility of Nick taking a quarterback at the 9?
I think he can go Corral.
I personally like.
Well, I mean, what if Pickett's still there? You think he goes Pickett?
Yeah, this is the thing.
If Pickett is there, I think he could go Pickett.
Wait, Pickett's still there, right?
Oh, Pickett's there. I don't know Pickett. I thought I took Pickett.
No.
Then in that case, I mean, you don't know with Nick because he did trade Debo for Deshaun.
Yeah, I think the thing with Nick right now is, I mean, out of all the guys left, I like Olave a lot.
He needs to replace Debo. And the best player to replace Debo, in my opinion, is Chris Olave. And if I'm Nick, like,
hear me out, he's gonna grab, if he's at the 109, knowing his draft position, he'll get Pickett, and then he'll take a receiver. That's what I'm thinking,
because I feel like Pickett could be worth more than Olave is.
He can flip Pickett for like a 1+ in like a year or two from now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you don't even know the immediate impact Olave is gonna have. If Pickett even looks somewhat decent, he's gonna be able to flip Pickett.
I thought about this idea today.
Newman having him pick Corral when he knows that Nick V needs a receiver. It's just Newman playing mind games with us because Newman obviously has his guy, his like receiver that he wants to fall to the 203. And I think that's probably Pickens or like Olave or one of those guys. So like, I think Pickens is Newman's guy personally. So, I mean, you'll never hear him talk about Pickens leading up to the draft or like the other guys he wants because he plays mind games with the whole league. Or at least he tries. He can't play them with me. But so he's not going to put his guy in the mock draft. So he's going to put like Matt Corral at the 109 or something like that. But I don't think Nick V will take Corral. But Corral makes sense at the 109. But I think if Pickett's there, you're not going to pass on.
All right. The reason I have Olave, just hear me out, y'all. The reason I have Olave right now going here is only because, yes, he does need a quarterback. Yes, I understand he does need a quarterback. Derek Carr is definitely good enough for now to be a dynasty quarterback. And Nick is not competing next year either. Nick has his own pick, and he's got Rossi's pick.
But it's all about acquiring like assets.
Listen to me. But you said that Nick DiNicola could potentially go most talented player available. In my opinion, it's Chris Olave. In my opinion, because at number 9, if Olave is there, I don't think Nick can pass him up. Because Nick is still going to be in the hunt for a Bryce Young, CJ Stroud next year anyway. Because Nick's not competing next year, especially if
I think Olave is good, but I'm saying like really good. I'm saying Olave is good, but when you're looking at like a super flex league, and if you can get a guy like Pickett, over a guy like Olave,
I just don't know if Olave really has that superstar potential.
Okay, I thought of this. Okay, what do you think of this? What do you think of this idea? I thought of this today. Since the Cowboys are getting rid of Amari Cooper, what if Cowboys? Yes, I would probably take Olave at 5 if that happened. Me personally.
The thing is, we're projecting.
It also depends a lot on the situation.
It depends on the situation, because if Garrett Wilson goes like the Browns, for example, I cannot see Nick taking him at 2. Like, I just cannot see that happening.
So wait, what do you guys think if Burks goes to the Browns? You think he takes Wilson at 2?
I think Burks is team proof wherever he goes.
Yeah, I think Burks is definitely team proof. Like he's gonna be good no matter what team he goes to. I think he's
unless he goes to the Eagles, then I wouldn't believe in him that much.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that's just the way I see with Nick. He can either go. I would personally go Olave, and then I know I'm not contending next year, and go try to get Stroud because he has the picks to do it. He's got the picks to get a Stroud or a Bryce Young. So I personally, if I'm Nick, I'd go either Olave or Dotson.
Hear me out, but like let's say Nick says to himself that like he's not competing, and he really wants like Bryce Young, right? Then he's gonna do like what he can do to get Bryce Young. So like taking Pickett is a more flippable asset to help him.
That's
get
what I
Bryce
think.
Young
That's what I think.
Bro, it could.
Then
I'm just
Chris
like,
Olave.
It could
Because
go
let's say-
either way. I mean, he
let's
could
say
see a lot
he
of
doesn't-
talent in
let's
Olave.
say he doesn't see. Let's say at the 109, he doesn't see anybody really being a star for him at this pick. He's probably just going to go with whoever has more value.
he could also always trade down too.
He could do
He
that.
definitely trade down.
You think?
Because you get more
Yeah.
picks.
There was rumors of Nick actually trying to trade up, actually. So I don't know if that's even going to be his pick. Well, I'm not 100% sure yet.
Not gonna spoil anything, but there have been rumors.
Yeah.
So the 109 you said is Olave.
We'll go with Olave.
Yeah, 109. I'll put a lot.
Okay. So the 110, Nick D. I mean, Pickett falls into his lap here. I mean, does he go Ritter? Like, does he like make a pick that we just don't think he's going to make over Kenny
That's
Pickett?
such a big thing to do, bro.
I mean,
I think he might take Corral here. Honestly,
does Carson Strong come off the board here?
He could take a project. He could take Corral.
No, I think I'm kidding. I think he's going to go Pickett. I'm just messing. I mean, if Pickett makes it to the 110 and he somehow makes it past Adam, who is I think his like biggest fan, then I think that Pickett will definitely go to Nick D here. And Nick D would have had a pretty strong draft, getting the best two quarterbacks in the draft probably, and a top receiver. Wait, and he got Wilson, Burks.
Dude, if
Pickett,
this turns out like it
Wilson.
does, Nick D gets the top 2 QBs in the draft and possibly the top 2 receivers in the draft.
Yeah, so
That would be pretty
It-
fucking ugly.
it would get pretty nasty, but we gotta wonder about like what they're learning in that locker room and stuff.
Yeah, like
There's a lot.
you
There's
just
a lot more.
don't know if they're gonna really come to perform if they're on that franchise.
That's very, very good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for that. But so like, what was the top 10? So it was Wills,
It was Willis, Burks,
Hall, Walker,
Paul, Kenneth Walker, JMO, Wilson.
okay, Wilson.
Then I took London at 7.
Yeah, London
Mikey
at
takes
7,
Miller at 8. Nick V takes Olave at 9.
and then
and Nick
10
D
is
takes-
Pickett.
Pickett.
Yeah, so that's that. We could definitely make a mock draft like later on, like when we know landing spots or an idea of where guys are going to go.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
still early.
big thing. I just don't really know. Like,
No, but
With-
this is a good video though. It's a good first start.
yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right.
All right, peace, boys.
All right, be good, fellas.